Hey everyone, it's Victoria. Today we are going to be talking all about the newly announced WWE and TNA Wrestling multi-year partnership deal. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and follow me at It's Victoria Daisy everywhere you can find me. Now let's dive deep because there's a lot to talk about. Also, this is technically my first YouTube video of 2025. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go do. I don't know about TikTok because it might get banned, but on Instagram, I recently announced that I started a podcast, and so those have been the recent uploads on this channel, but I'm excited to give you guys just a regular, plain old-fashioned YouTube video discussing everything that's going on right now with this partnership. I am so excited. So, for those who don't know TNA Wrestling, first of all, TNA, or also known as Total Nonstop Action, is a wrestling promotion that was started in 2002. It is legendary, okay? And some of the greatest stars to ever walk this earth have come from TNA, and now they are WWE legends, Hall of Famers. Some of them are in AEW right now, New Japan. Basically, this is a very prestigious company in the wrestling business. Now, they're not as big as WWE or even AEW, but this is still a huge opportunity to showcase all the talent that's in TNA, all the talent that's in WWE. But let's get down to the specifics. So, I have my phone on me and I have the official statement. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the official statement that TNA and WWE posted. So, I'm going to read directly off of it. The very first thing, and it's the punchline for this partnership, the exact what you need to know, what you can expect. It says NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars are going to appear across weekly WWE and TNA programming, WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views. So basically, if you guys have noticed over the past, I would say year and a half, WWE has been working with TNA. You would see Joe Hendry pop up, Jordan Grace pop up. You'd even see some NXT stars going over to TNA. But it was never really like a full-blown deal like it is now. It was kind of just exchange, almost, if that's how you even want to call it. Like, some people go there, some people can come here. Not permanently, but just crossing shows. It expanded our minds to what could be. And if you watch AEW, then you know that they have the Forbidden Door with New Japan. And so having this is just incredible. I'm gonna read another line from this statement. The agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows such as NXT, which airs live on the CW, and TNA Impact. Select WWE premium live events and TNA pay-per-view, in turn bolstering the in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. This historic relationship demonstrates that collaboration and competition do not have to be mutually exclusive. Our partnership allows the TNA wrestling brand and its incredible athletes to reach a significantly wider audience, while giving WWE and NXT stars an opportunity to cross the line and gain valuable experience as they join forces with one of the most talented rosters in professional wrestling today. We look forward to growing and evolving our partnership with TNA Wrestling and its outstanding group of athletes by creating new opportunities to further the development of our talent and to elevate the viewer experience at home. So that's just a little bit of the official statement, but I am so excited. One of the things I'm most excited for is the fact that we are literally going to see TNA stars getting to cross over into NXT, and not only just NXT stars going to TNA, but the WWE legends and Hall of Famers that are in TNA get to come to NXT, possibly even the main roster, and maybe vice versa. I know that we've been begging to see AJ Styles return to TNA. I think that would be incredible. And while this is still exclusive to NXT, I have a feeling like we will see TNA people in the Royal Rumble. Some people from the main roster might go over to TNA, so I don't think it's fully exclusive to NXT, but we shall see what happens. Now, speaking of the Royal Rumble, it is in 2 weeks, Indianapolis. It's going to be amazing, February 1st. Let's talk about some of the possible TNA stars that we could see in the Royal Rumble. All right, let's start with the men's Royal Rumble. So I think the name on everybody's lips say his name and he appears. I think we have to see Joe Hendry in this year's Royal Rumble. We've been saying it since he first came to NXT, and I honestly think we will see him. I love that they announced this partnership 2 weeks before the Rumble, because now it has us guessing, will any TNA stars be in the Rumble? But I would love to see Joe Hendry. I think Nick Nemeth is a hard yes. Now, I don't think that he will come as Dolph Ziggler. He is the TNA World Champion, so I don't think he will. I think he will be Nick Nemeth. I would also love to see the TNA X Division Champion Moose. He is a powerhouse, and I need to see him face to face against some of the guys in WWE. I think that would be insane. Now, of course, speaking of WWE legends, the Hardy Boys, they've already teased it on X, and I think the crowd would pop. I mean, you guys know that I'm going to the Rumble, so I need to see the Hardy Boys live. I think that would be so great. Obviously, somebody that ever since they left WWE has become an even bigger star than when they were in WWE, and I think we all can agree we'd probably want to see AJ Francis in the Royal Rumble. He has skyrocketed in TNA. I mean, when he was in WWE, he was with B-Fab and I believe Ashante the Adonis, I think. What was their tag team called? Okay, it was Hit Row, and that's when Swerve Strickland was with them in NXT. Okay, I had to Google that one for a minute. But yes, I would love to see AJ Francis. And I think somebody that I probably want maybe even a little bit more than Joe Hendry, and you guys know how much I love Joe Hendry, is Matt Cardona. Oh my God, could you imagine that moment for Chelsea and Matt? First of all, he's not going to come back as Zack Ryder. We know that for a fact. Like, he's just not. He is Matt Cardona. But I need Matt Cardona in the Royal Rumble. I would go absolutely feral if that man showed up. Oh my God. I think they could do so many fun storylines with him, whether it's main roster or probably NXT. But I would love to see Matt Cardona in the Rumble. There are so many male TNA wrestlers that I would love to see in the Royal Rumble, but knowing WWE, they are only going to do probably like 2 or 3 at most appearances for the men's Royal Rumble. Obviously, they're going to have everyone from main roster. They're going to have people come up from NXT. They're going to have legends for sure. And now with TNA, I could only see them doing 3 tops per Rumble. Let's move on to the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, somebody who we actually just saw it at NXT this past week was the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich. I hope I'm saying that right. But I know that she's an absolute powerhouse. And she was already at NXT, scoping out the Cora Jade, and I believe it was Kalani Jordan match from this past week of NXT, so I would love to see Masha there. I mean, if you remember last year's Royal Rumble, Jordynne Grace showed up with that same exact championship, so it's not impossible. Obviously, the other big name for this Royal Rumble is Jordynne Grace. I would love to see Jordynne Grace back. I have a feeling she will be in the Rumble again. She's been pretty heavily involved in NXT since her debuts. I say debut in quotations because it's like, yes, it's her debut, but it's not like she joined the company. Whatever. Ever since she came to the WWE, and I would really, if I could pick one woman to be in the Women's Royal Rumble to represent TNA, it would be Jordynne Grace. Another person I would love to see in the Women's Royal Rumble is Kylan King. I think she is so good, and I would love to see her get that huge exposure. I mean, I believe there's gonna be like 75,000 plus people there, and I feel like not many people talk about her, so I would really love to see her get her moment in the Rumble. Do I think she'll actually be in the Rumble? Probably not, but I would love to see her. Somebody else who we saw in NXT a couple months ago is Rosemary. Now, do I think she'll be in the Rumble? Again, I'm not 100% sure. I think she'd be fun in the mix, and I think she's pretty good. I'd like to see her in the Rumble, and she's got a fun vibe to her. All right, guys, in cahoots with Matt Cardona, we obviously have to talk about Steph DeLander. I love her. She's an icon, okay? I need to see her in the Rumble. I just do, okay? And I need to see her and Chelsea Green face to face. Oh crap, will Chelsea be in the Rumble because she's the United States champion? She might be. If so, I need to see that. There's so much content of them too and Matt like outside of wrestling that I think is hysterical, and I just need to see it. All right, and the last person that I would kill to see in the Women's Royal Rumble is Xia Brookside. I love Xia Brookside. I've been following her for a while and I think she is so good. good, and she's so fun and athletic and just always brings such great energy to the matches, and I think she'd be a fun dynamic within the Royal Rumble. So those are all the TNA stars that I hope to see in this year's Royal Rumble. Now I'm going to keep my expectations low because I don't want to overhype it and tell myself all these TNA people are going to be there and then they're not going to be there. But let me know down below who you'd hope to see in the Rumble. Something I also did want to talk about is TNA Wrestling has a show called Genesis, I believe this Sunday, January 19th. And they have now just started promoting the fact that it is now in cahoots with NXT. They posted a promo video yesterday after they announced the partnership with WWE that this is now a show with NXT. So could we see some NXT stars at Genesis? I think that would be so good. I believe the main event is Nick Nemeth defending his title against Joe Hendry. So if we could have Joe Hendry win that title right now, not that that has anything to do with NXT, but I would love to see that. Let me know down below who are some NXT stars you would love to see on the card. I really hope that somebody on the show does like a fun open challenge and then somebody from NXT answers it. They've done that in the past during Impact, and I think it's been really fun. I think that this partnership is going to benefit both companies so well. I think there are a lot of people in TNA that have been yet to be discovered by a larger audience, and I think getting to go on NXT and having that exposure is going to be so beneficial for their career. And then vice versa with NXT, there's so many people that are just stuck in the WWE universe that want to get out to other wrestling fans that maybe watch TNA a little bit more or AEW a little more or New Japan more, like those type of fans, and they want to get their name pushed out. And I don't know, I think it's going to benefit a lot. I do think we will see some main roster involvement some way, somehow. Not saying all the time, maybe once or twice, but this is a multi-year deal. So they obviously have things in store for us. There's going to be so much to look forward to, but let me know in the comments all your predictions, things you hope to see, your Rumble predictions. There will be a Royal Rumble preview video coming in 2 weeks, the week of the Rumble. I will let you guys know and post about it. Now, this is just a regular YouTube video. This is not an episode of my podcast. But if you guys want to follow my podcast, you can follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I post the episodes on this YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and follow me at It's Victoria Daisy, ever you can find me. Don't forget to celebrate the joy in what you love, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!